Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codenamed Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-8215, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Provisional Site Taku has been established around SCP-8215. The Juno Icefield Research Program, JIRP, has cooperated with Foundation efforts to dissuade exploration of SCP-8215 by the general population. Civilians approaching the site are to be turned away. Unauthorized access to the SCP's containment zone will trigger the on-site alarm system. Retrieval of SCP-8215-1 instances is to be undertaken with the aid of the JIRP. Priority is given to instances higher up in the Crevasse, as well as to Foundation and JIRP personnel. Instances at a depth exceeding 21 meters are considered lost. Description: SCP-8215 is a temporal phenomenon located entirely within a crevasse at Taku Glacier in southeast Alaska, USA. The crevasse measures 20 meters wide at its greatest extent. Its depth is estimated to be at least 40 meters, although more accurate measurement is currently impossible. Any living organism, hereby referred to as SCP-8215-1, as well as other matter in direct physical contact, which descends into the crevasse to a depth of 5 meters or below, is subject to alterations in relative time, such that -1 will appear slower to outside observers. This effect increases exponentially for every additional meter descended. At 5 meters, 1 second in -1's time is equivalent to 2 seconds on the surface. At 6 meters, 1 second in -1's time is equivalent to 4 seconds on the surface, and so on. Instances of -1 which return to the surface are routinely surprised by the disparity, claiming that their own perception of time was not affected while within the crevasse. Rescue efforts of -1 instances becomes increasingly difficult the further they've descended. Direct communication becomes nearly impossible, and withdrawal using ropes requires intense force in order to be completed efficiently, although this risks damage to the rope and injury to the -1 instance. SCP-8215 first came to Foundation attention in 2007 when agents embedded at the University of Colorado Boulder intercepted communications from the Juno Icefield Research Project. 3 JIRP members had apparently become trapped in the crevasse without apparent cause. MTF Delta 14, codenamed Winter Wonderland, was dispatched to the Taku Glacier to assess the situation, whereupon they confirmed the SCP's anomalous properties. 2 of the trapped individuals, Hallie Turner and Joseph Cabella, were rescued within 7 days, as they had only descended 10 meters. The third, Doug Sanders, who had descended 15 meters, required over 10 months of continued efforts to finally retrieve from the SCP. Addendum 8215-A. Attached is a reference sheet for the disparity between time on the surface and relative time experienced by -1 instances at given depths. And here we have the depth descended, the distortion factor, and the surface time elapsed in 1 second. Note, there are some big numbers in the latter half of this reference sheet. 5 meters times 2. 1 second is 2 seconds. 10 meters times 64. 1 second is 1 minute and 4 seconds. 15 meters times 2048. 1 second is 34 minutes and 8 seconds. 20 meters times 65,536. 1 second is 18 hours, 12 minutes, and 16 seconds. 25 meters times 2,097,152. 1 second is 24 days, 6 hours, 32 minutes, 32 seconds. 30 meters times 67,108,864. 1 second is 2 years, 46 days, 17 hours, 21 minutes, and 4 seconds. 35 meters times 2,147,483,648. 1 second is 68 years, 18 days, 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds. 40 meters times 68,719,476,736. 1 second is 2,177 years, 215 days, 5 hours, 24 minutes, and 16 seconds. Addendum 8215-B. The following interview was conducted with Doug Sanders after his retrieval from SCP-8215. Interviewer, Agent Mamani. Interviewee, Doug Sanders. Begin log. Good morning, Doug. How are you feeling today? Physically, fine, but I'm still really confused. That's understandable. Not a lot of people can say they've experienced what you have. But that's just it. I don't feel like I experienced anything. I went down there. A couple minutes later, my rope snaps. I brace myself on the walls of the crevasse. I see 2 of my members zip in after me and then vanish just as quickly. And then nothing. Until I see that message you left for me. Note: given difficulties in direct communication, Delta 14 members proceeded to place a written message facing down into the crevasse for several weeks, in the hopes that Sanders would be able to read it. So everything above looked faster. Lightning fast. Couldn't really make out distinct shapes on the surface. Daylight was coming and going every couple seconds, so I couldn't really see down in the crevasse much either. What could you see? There were definitely things further down, animals mostly, I think, but they looked like they were floating. Once our rope got to you and started ascending, did you see anything noteworthy? It seemed like things up top slowed down the higher I climbed. Then, just before I got out, they were back to normal. But I didn't see anyone I recognized when I got out, just you all. That was strange. Fair. Agent Mamani clears her throat and places her clipboard on the table. Your watch indicated that only 3.5 hours had passed down there for you. Have they told you how long it was up here? Almost a year, right? 10 months, yes. Jesus. How's Michaela? How's my wife? Oh, she's doing just fine. Gave birth last month with no complications. Sanders is quiet for 14 seconds. She was pregnant? End log. Another peculiar SCP. Interesting that the time distortion is localized in a crevasse. Well, everyone, thank you so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.